All right, solution. Now I'd like you to pause the video and give it a try. Now let's list out the parameters. The question says the peak value of the potential difference, that is V naught, is 180 volts. And then the instantaneous potential difference, that's the V without any subscript, is what we are looking for. And the question says when it has reached 1/8 of a cycle. So this is talking about the phase angle, which is theta. All right, theta is the same thing as omega t. It is the same thing as 2 pi ft. You remember everything in front of this, like this here in front of the sine function in these three formulas. That's your phase angle. All right, so but we are told that it is 1/8 of a cycle, and the cycle is 360 degrees or 2 pi radian. Okay, now I don't even need to solve this to know that the answer is 45 degrees. So graphically, I know that this is one cycle. Okay, this is a cycle, and half of a cycle is 180 degrees. Okay, 1/4 of a cycle is to divide this, and then I'll get 90 degrees. And then 1/8 will be to divide further like this, and then I will get 45. Okay, so ordinarily this should give us 8 here, 8 here is 45 degrees. So if I'm to plug in the values, it will be V is equal to 180 times sine 45 degrees. Okay, so if we punch, we'll get that V is equal to 180 times 0.7071 approximately. Is that okay? And this should give us 127.3 volts. Now, looking at the options, you see that the options are left in sort form. All right, but if I punch this 90 times 2, I mean root 2, it should give me 127.3. Okay, but if I don't want to use this method, you remember your special angles, 30 degrees, 45 degrees, and 60 degrees. Did you remember how to derive them? Using your equilateral triangle of 2 units for the sides, and then the one of 45, you use a unit square whose sides are one unit. Okay, like this one is for 60 and 30. 60 and 30. If I divide this, if I bisect this, I'll get 30. But our focus is this one. So if I divide this square, I'll get that here is 45. So if I let me draw only one part of it. Here should be 45. Here is 1. Here is 1. Do you remember? So Pythagoras theorem, here should be root 2. so that opposite over hypotenuse will give us that sine 45 degrees is equal to 1 all over root 2. Is that okay? Now, so if I plug that in, I will have V is equal to 180 times, instead of sine 45 now, I know it to be 1 all over root 2. All right, we want to use the sort format so that we'll get one of the options exactly. All right, so if I punch this, remember if I rationalize, I will have times 1 all over root 2. Then you multiply both the numerator and the denominator with the denominator, root 2. So that you will get, I think I should finish it up here. V will be equal to, excuse me, so 180 times root 2 all over 2. If you multiply what we have up there. So 2 takes care of this, and we get 90. So the correct option is option A.